Vimeo really requires you log in every single time to enable chat. Vimeo is dumb like that. Alright, enable chat there. Is Twitch working? Twitch is working. YouTube. I has no chat. Maybe just nobody likes me. Maybe it's because I forgot to shave today. I didn't comb my hair. I look like a bum. You know, the one day that I don't shave is the day that the sun is in my face for the entirety of the... It really does, like, bring it out. Damn. I do look like a fucking bum. Okay. Alright, everybody. So today, this is Kevin from Rossman Repair... Wait. I'm using his line. I just said this is Kevin from Rossman Repair Group. Oh my god. Okay. So today we're going to be trying to fix a MacBook. Here we have an A1398 MacBook that doesn't appear to be turning on. But shortly, it will be turning on. What?
Can you mute for a second? Okay, what do you want? It's also sticky. So if you want it to... I would not recommend putting it in the washer. No, you unfortunately cannot put it out.
Okay. So here we have one of those MacBooks with CPU only, no dedicated graphics card. We're going to turn on my power supply, turn on the software that runs the power supply.
Where's the rest of it? It's on the next block over.
So we are using 1.5 amps, which means this is turning on. Yet the person who sent it in claims that it's not turning on. That's really boring.
Hey, can you hear me?
That's very boring. It said no power, but it already works. So we're going to send that down the line. We're going to have somebody else figure out exactly what's wrong with it and, you know, all that other stuff, what it needs, blah, blah, blah. But this is a working board, so this would be boring for me to go over on stream. I know it's not the thing. Are you telling me that Restream did not update the title? Son of a bitch, it didn't work. Really? I hit update, I changed the title in Restream. Why is Restream being dumb? Okay, so there's not much I can do. So that was the title of my old stream. Yeah, there's not much I can do there. Hi. Get me something that's interesting. Pick me a board at random. Just say it already turns on, and then get me a board at random. What's up?
Alright, so we'll move forward with it, and we'll give you an update once it's finished, right?
Why does this always happen on stream? Why does this always happen on stream indeed? Yes, I know it's not a buffet. Restream is dumb and didn't change the title. I can't really do much about that. Is it dead?
That's fine. We open at 12.
Oh, yeah, thank you. We gotta stop. I almost pulled in an L.
At least it was somewhat.
Yeah, I did. I put some effort in. At least it's still on face focus, thankfully.
Yeah. What's that one more call?
Alright, so today we have a MacBook that appears to not be charging. This is an error that was picked at random. Let's open up this MacBook and see what's wrong with it.
Which device is this? MacBook Pro? Yeah, no, unfortunately we wouldn't be able to replace that graphics card on that one. And we really wouldn't recommend either because it's going to keep on failing to replace the entire logic board.
Hello from Turkey. Hello. I am not rehotting an ISL. That makes no sense. It is not a dead CPU, and damn you, you Australian troll, for wishing a dead CPU on me.
Yeah, that's what we would recommend. It's just those specific models are kind of hard to say.
Ooh, cool. Knock off battery. Check it out, folks.
What's up?
Is this original font? Assembled in China, A1495. Are you an original battery? So their claim is that this does not charge. And I would bet my cock and balls that is not original battery. Let's see. So let's see how much amperage this thing draws when I've got this, when I have it plugged in. So okay, first thing problem here is we have no light in the charger. So this was never a battery problem to begin with, this was a board problem to begin with, or a DC inboard problem. That should be turning colors even if we don't have a battery plugged in, even if it's not charging, that thing should be green. And as you can see, it is not lighting up, that is no good. But I want to take this battery out and take a look at the other side. How bad is Retina 2015 MacBook Pro? No image, board number 824924. I don't know because I only have text. I don't have the board in front of me, so no idea. Let's see. Okay, we've got a cell under there. Where do they hide the controller in you? Controller here. No, there's just another cell. I don't want to take apart their battery too much. I probably have to break it to get to the controller. Actually, wait, no. It's going to be under this printing, probably. Yeah, I would have to break open all this stuff to figure out the controller, but I have a feeling that this is shit. Either way, back to the main topic here, which is that this is not charging. Never had to do with it being the battery, because as you can see when I attach it, it's taking amperage, but it does not light this up, and that needs to light up. So the first thing we're going to do is remove our DC in board cable over here and take a look at what that looks like on each side. Alright, so the DC in board over here actually looks pretty good. Also, hi, my white balance button doesn't work anymore. I need you to fix the microscope camera for me. Hi, broke my microscope button. Hi. Alright, now we look at the motherboard side. Well, what do you know? Look at that. So, what do we have here? That is a burned pin. That's a connector right by some important capacitors. And check it out, if I scrape away at that a little bit, you can actually see it. Look at that. You can see the pin moving. See that? I need that pin to come back out, but I have no way to actually reach in there. I'm also breaking my New Year's resolution that I made every single year since 2015 to not scrape with my tweezer, but I don't have an X-Acto knife in my desk, so that is what we will do. Alright, so let's see what that pin's for. This board is an 820-00164. We're going to open up a schematic and a board view for an 820-00164. So open, we go board schematics, we go 820-00164. And the pin that's burned is going to be PP3V42. As always, that is the power line that is going to go over to the DC inboard. So, see? PP3V42. Now, PP3V42 is the power rail required for the one-wire circuit chips to work. So the way this is going to work is that the system management controller, which is on the main board, is going to speak to the charger to turn on the green light through that chip. And that chip is going to be powered. This one is going to be powered by this one, and this one is going to be powered by PP3V42_G3hot. If you're unsure on how the one-wire circuit works, I have about 9,000 videos on that. Unfortunately, I'm not able to repeat it again because if I do, I'll lose my mind. I am up to 1,500 videos at this point, and certain ones, it's impossible to repeat, or I actually will wind up losing my mind, and I'm trying not to do that. So what I'm going to do here is direct you to many of the other ones. You can feel free to go to Rossman. Boards.rossmangroup.com. On the top there'll be videos, and it'll allow you to organize them by type of problem, and you can find all the videos I've done on no green light, and you can understand why PP3V42_G3hot is important for the one-wire circuit to operate. Now, what I need to do here, which is going to be hard, is resolder that connector, but with these damn caps in the way, and that's not happening. So I'm going to take the board out of the case, remove those capacitors, and then put those capacitors back on once I'm done with this part of the connector. So we're going to unplug the SSD, has a strip screw, go fucking figure. I don't want to harm the SSD more than it's already been harmed by whoever stripped your little screw. Do you know at the moment what flux weakening means? Flux weakening means that I get more RPMs and less torque. The actual theory as to why that is or how that occurs is beyond me, because that's for smart people that took induction brushless motor courses in college. I didn't even get past pre-calculus. But that's where I'm at with my understanding. Explain that in general chat, no math knowledge needed. Yeah, now I gotta find it. Yes, and did you know how it works? Well, I figured flux weakening means they do what Paul does, where they put less flux in the board than it actually needs. But I would not expect that to result in more speed. I would expect it to result in less speed. Well, free to control F. Unfortunately, I'm unable to do that right now. Code passes, I'm fixing a board. Is anyone new on here from the Vice article? What Vice article? Also, why does Hi keep saying my name? You give Paul a 1465? Random crashing?
No, no power.
Oh. Did he reply happily?
Yeah.
Was it the one that was in his status?
No, that was the one.
There, paid for the next set of pliers. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Too kind, actually.
Yes.
There's no Kevin S. here.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, overlapping Magisteria. Next time a food delivery guy comes in here asking for Kevin, just say, who's Kevin?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Try next door.
Teresa says Vice is trash. What Vice are you all talking about? Is anybody new on here from the Vice article? What Vice article? Why are you all so vague? The vagueness is killing me. Okay. You really don't want to get off. Okay, there we go. And my chat app shortens the link. Great. Let me open up the normal YouTube chat app. Wow, YouTube shortens the... Okay. Apple's still trying to sue the owner of an independent repair shop. That's not new. That article's from June 6th, silly. That's old. That's old. Old. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the heatsink as well, actually. I need to remove the heatsink so I don't wind up heating the CPU while I'm heating the area around it. So that. Here's another solution. Okay. No, this cap is getting in my way, so I'm going to remove it momentarily. I'm surprised you didn't make it past pre-calculus. What happened? I had a professor that did not speak English. I would rather call Dell Tech support than deal with learning calculus from pre-calculus from my professor. There was like not even... It was impossible. As soon as he started talking, everybody in the class just looked at each other, and eventually we said, do you understand what he's saying? And nobody had a clue. I don't mind if you have an accent, but if I can't understand anything that you're saying, it's just not happening. So you combine that with the fact that I could be good at math if I understood it. Once I understand the concept, I'm good, but I typically am dumb at understanding the concept. So I suppose that's a long-winded way of saying I'm an idiot with math. But yeah, I'm not the person to learn math from somebody who doesn't speak English. Because even if you have somebody who does speak English, I'm still an idiot. Okay, so let's see if we can zoom in there. We've added our flux, but I don't know if it's the right amount of flux. Also, these tweezers are not even. I never get these things even. Let's try bending it into place so that it's even.
Hey, Lewis,
Why you go away now? Yeah, so let's see if these tweezers are nice. Do you have a board that randomly turns off, Anel? Is that board randomly turn off?
No, it's even better. It's a board you fixed 6 months ago.
What does it do now?
You forgot to UC it.
No, that flux is
Also,
for good luck.
the PCH blew up.
Oh. Well, that's got nothing to do with my flux. Oh, hell no. Wait, let me see this shit. So, I fixed this board 6 months ago, and... So what did I do? Okay, I know. Okay, 5-volt regulator. Let's take a look at this. So 6 months ago, I did some... Oh my. That's okay. Not ultrasonic. Not the best. Not great, but... I replaced the TPS 51980. It looks like I scraped on some traces on the left that were nasty. And then the PCH did what? This is why we offer a 3, not a year-long warranty on Apple products. So why did the PCH decide to just spontaneously combust? Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Poor bastard.
Ooh, that's
That's a fun phone call for Steve.
Melzomo?
An Elzomo!
Yes, Zelmo. It was like 5 Nerf balls on Zelmo.
That thing needs to start getting used for fixing high. Steve is probably going to make him replace the CPU on that. Five, 6 months ago, that was when I had 3 less people working here. I was sick. I was actually streaming every day on the live channel until like 2 or 3 in the morning during Christmas. And I was still recovering from concussion. I'll forgive myself for not ultrasonicing that one. But yeah, poor PCH. RIP PCH. I actually don't care if I make a bridge at the moment. I just want solder to get in there. Did you have time to study pre-calculus if you had it tutored by someone who speaks English? Right now, no. Back then, I kind of did. And then I decided to start my business and then I had none. But now I definitely don't. I don't know if I have an interest in... I don't think I would ever want to go back to school. Alright, let's see if it still moves from side to side, as Ariana Grande would say. That seems like it's pretty sturdily in there. Hi, do you have an 821-1721 cable? MacBook Air DCN for 11-inch? Let's see if I can find it before you. We're gonna have a race. You're gonna win because you're younger. Da, 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 da. AF-17. What's your vision, Hi? Oh, we have salt in the chat. We have salt in the chat. Yes, I'm sure you've never left flux on the board before. We have salt in chat. Funny you complain about other people's workmanship while doing a crappy job. If crappy job is restoring every single trace and then not having time to ultrasonic it while working through Christmas at 2 in the morning while recovering from a head injury with a 102 fever, you can suck my cock. Get the fuck out of here. Not cleaning flux is not going to do that. There's a difference between reflowing a graphics chip and leaving flux. There's a difference between long screwing a board and leaving flux. It seems your IQ is too low to tell the difference. And for that, I am sorry. Okay. However, now salt is gone. Now that salt is gone, my board will probably work again. Or it actually may not turn on because it doesn't have, because it still has flux on it. Alright, let's see what we get. Womp womp. Okay. Let's see if we're getting 3.3 volts on the other side. Isn't flux a bit acidic? Depends on the flux that you use. Amtech 559, you're never going to have to worry about that, which is one of the reasons I enjoy it. I think Amtech 559 is good stuff, where you don't have to worry about that. And I think the one that Tim Herman recommends also is. Okay. So. Yeah, we're getting 0.5 volts, so that V is not doing what it's supposed to. And if we check on another part of the board, it is 3.4. Okay. We're going to have to dig a little bit deeper there. Why does my soldering iron burn me? Okay. Well, you're not supposed to touch your soldering iron directly. Alright, let's see if we can get in there a little bit more. If not, we're going to wind up having to replace the damn connector. By me, I mean hi, live on stream. Right, hi. Okay, so I'm going to put something under the board so that it tilts up. This way it's a little easier for you to get a good view. Like so. There we go. Can you recommend Chinese flux for me? I live in Turkey. I don't know any. Sorry. Everybody wants hi to fix the connector, it seems.
I gotta go.
Come on.
What do you think Kevin did? Kevin replaced the connector?
You know what's interesting is we've got 2 or 3 of those. I remember there was this one woman that came in with the same Broadwell PCH that had blown up. I forget her name. I did it last year. It had the same little thing where the PCH blew up in that star pattern. It's very pretty, but I don't know why the Broadwells do that. The Haswell doesn't seem to do that. Skylake doesn't seem to do that. Ivy Bridge does not do that. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna need a jumper actually to get shoved in there most likely. And probably a micro pencil to actually reach under the connector. So a micro pencil is going to help us reach under that, which I can't do at the moment with the tweezers. I'm going to turn off the HAKKO so it doesn't beep. Okay. And probably be best if I remove the other one. The PCH reminded me of the one Paul Daniels did where he did a lot of work only to notice delaminated PCH. Yeah, I would be willing to bet that that was a Broadwell-based board as well. That happens to a lot of the Broadwells. Although according to Albert it happened because there was still flux on the board. Ah, to be that stupid. To be that stupid. Let's see. See, this is going to allow me to actually reach under there, which I can't do with the tweezer. So I can... By the way, hi. Can you walk up to Paul, interrupt him, and tell him to email the IPEX guy?
Okay.
And just let's like poke him and just make sure you don't leave until he emails the IPEX guy. He's probably going to try to kill you, but it's for his own good.
You know what I can do though?
What?
I can just... Yeah, I can do that.
You could do that, but he's not going to respond to that. Okay, tweezers. Tweezer time. Which laptop would be the most reliable? I like the ThinkPad P50.
Someone gave him 3 aerial powers. He's too busy.
No, go back there and make him do it. Hi, hi. This is why shit doesn't get done. We actually got a contact that's willing to sell us connectors for all the little bits and pieces that we don't have connectors for right now, like this. There we go. So the micro pencil allowed me to get under there, whereas the hot tweezers didn't. As you can see, there is now a light on the charger, which is a good thing. Focus. Focus, you bastard. There we go. There's a light in the charger, which there wasn't before. The micro pencil allowed me to get under, whereas the tweezers didn't. So the hot tweezers and the micro pencil are also all going to have different uses. Now, granted, if you actually had a set of skills, unlike myself, you probably would have been able to get the hot tweezers to work and do that job much quicker. But if you don't have a set of skills, well, you can always make up for it by having more tools. Sadly. But really, I do like to have a variety. I like to have a variety of tips. I like to have a variety of irons and tools and all these types of things so that I could find the thing that works best in that specific scenario and that specific situation that's going to fit just right. Because I probably could have sat here for 2 or 4 hours with the tweezers and tortured myself, or I could just try the micro pencil. And, you know, again, ideally you would have skill, but if you don't have skill, then you can get around it by just having enough stuff that you can fiddle with. And that kind of goes for just about anything. The more variety you have in the tools that you can fiddle with, the easier it's going to be sometimes to get something done. If you're trying to do something that you're not supposed to be doing in the first place, like shove a wire under a connector. Alright, so I'm just going to wick away the old solder here. That sounded like really bad advice. Having a greater variety of tools will make up for being shittier. But just there it did, because I'm pretty sure that Paul would have been able to do that with the hot tweezers. But I'm not Paul. I don't have Paul's skill level, or his preciseness, or things like that. I wish I did, don't get me wrong. You know, it'd be nice to be that good, but... I'd kill to be half as good as Paul. But I do suck. I do. Not sure that type of thing can be taught. It's really kind of a feeling thing with your hands. Somebody can tell you what you have to do and they can give you pointers, but they can't really get you to do something with your hands different from what you're doing to some extent. You gotta figure it out for yourself. Like my trainer at the gym, he can torture me for 2 hours trying to get one movement pattern right, but he can tell me all the things I'm doing wrong, he can tell me what I should be doing, but at the end of the day, I have to do the movement. Nobody but me is gonna do the movement. God, I wish it was that easy at the gym. I can't lift this, let me just use this other thing. Oh, now great. Now it just goes... My air is too high as well. This is a crap day for me. I don't know why I set my air so high. I also don't know why I'm being so stubborn as to continue using the air when it's set too high. But that's, yeah, it's being me. Flow that into place. My wire probably got a little reflowed as well while I was at it. No big deal. We're just gonna rapid cool this thing, and actually, before you rapid cool, what are you? No, we're not gonna leave this around here. I don't know about tools. I think all you need is the right amount of flux. The proper amount of flux for sure is very important. Now all this dirt over here is going to come out in the ultrasonic cleaner. Because unlike the boards that I'm working on when physically ill over a holiday, recovering from a head injury, or right after a news article, where I forget to ultrasonic it at 1 in the morning, only for somebody to be a cunt on YouTube about it, we do actually put effort into ultrasonicers when they're done. We have a whole department for them. But I still don't want to ultrasonic this and allow, you know, like some little bit of solder that is just about to come off at the end of the day. I mean, at the end of the ultrasonicing process, which is why the fluxing and the heating is important here. I just want all the solder to settle. Anything that was, you know, where the little bits were coming off. Anything where the little bits were starting to come off. That's all going to be reflowed. See? Okay, what else did water hit on this? To do a nice full inspection. And yeah, that could look nicer. Make sure to clean that flux off of the PCH will self-destruct. Absolutely. Well, we're gonna use PCH friendly flux on here. It's a new formulation from Amtech. I don't know what it's something on the internet where like people really go above and beyond to show how much larger their dick is than yours. How much better. It just amuses me is all. It amuses me. Okay, that tip's a little too... Speaking of tips that are too large, that was a little too much, so we're just gonna go... Good day! That was the happiest, perkiest delivery dude I've heard from in a long time.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll use the big one. I'll get rid of the shorts in a moment. I want to reflow each joint. I won't be happy until every single one of those is bridged. Once they are all bridged, then I will be able to sleep at night. Oh God. What did I just do? Oh, that was awful. Today is not my day. Step away from the board, Lewis. Step away from the board. Wow, I wasn't kidding. I really am not going to be happy until all of these are bridged. Holy moly. Well, you'll get to see how I fix it at least. If you're stupid like me, you're going to see how to fix it. Might as well get every single one of them to have some nice happy leaded solder on it. Yeah, you should definitely use a tip that's the size of 5 pins on the connector you're soldering. That's the Lewis Rossman way right there. Make sure the size of the tip you're using is at least 5 times the size of the fucking connector. And have the wick facing up instead of down. Oh God, awful. If I turn the camera away, the horror. Albert must be having a happy rage boner right now. That's what I get for telling him to go fuck himself earlier. This, what you're seeing right here, is karma. I have lost my board repair capability. It has gone away. This is karma, my friends. Call out somebody looking to feel morally sanctimonious at your expense. You lose your superpower. Rip board repair. But you know what? You remember your biggest stupid mistake that you made? Biggest stupid mistake that I made. Yeah, there's too many to count, really. Going over a board a good 5 times because their function key that lowers the brightness was stuck down. Well, at least every pin will be reflowed after this. First time catching, I just want to say I like your content, inspired me to do my own soldering, and now I'm working on my own synthesizers. Thank you for everything. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. Don't want to get rid of too much because some of the excess on the pins I'm going to use to solder the rest of them. Alright. See if any of these move. Aha, you're bridged. Bastard. What are those beeps? I don't hear beeps. Do you hear beeps? That's better off than it was before. The way. That is not corrosion, that is green hair. Okay. You have gotten the okay in the inspection. Now let's see if our green light is still doing its green light thing. Indeed, we have a light. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. with that, we move on to the next one. Today is not my streaming day, so yeah. I'll see you all when I am not destroying everything that I touch, which will be a day other than today. You win, Albert. You win. Only for today, though.
We don't
I'll
have
be
the
back
same
tomorrow,
either, nor does
and I'll own you.
so it's probably-